Hi guys, my name is Varun and welcome to another illuminating episode of decoding one of India's most renowned philosophies. Now when we talk about philosophy, especially ancient Indian ones like the Bhagavad Gita, there is a very crystal clear distinction between the sense organs and the sense objects. Now this is something that very often people confuse among one another. They think that sense organs and sense objects both are same. Now as I mentioned in one of my videos, which you can see right here, where I've spoken about the sense organs, what are the 5 sense organs and how those 5 sense objects work as well. Now here the question is, these 5 sense organs are required for our daily functioning in life itself. Now these 5 sense objects, however, they are attached to the pleasures that are generated through these 5 sense organs. Now without sight, without hearing, without speaking, without smell, without taste, there is not much to life. But taking desires out of these 5 sense organs, is it right? That is the question that the Bhagavad Gita is asking. Now what Krishna says here is, when you have these 5 sense organs, use them for your survival, that is not bad. But when you're attached to those 5 sense organs and when you start developing desires one after the other, then it starts to become a lot of problems and it creates a lot of turmoil. And I'll give you one small example which is ever so apt in the 21st century. Chasing the credit. What a wonderful way of living life, right? The entire system of credit was designed to make you, or rather entice you to buy objects that you really don't need. Now that is in a way where we are not using our sense organs to satisfy our need, but we're making it chase our wants. Don't you agree? Now someone else has bought an iPhone, right? And you, with so much difficulty, you could only buy a smartphone. Now you have to understand that current scenario that I would be able to afford only a smartphone. But with the aspect of credit, where you can pay an EMI of around 300 to 400 bucks, what happens is you are trying to punch above your weight in things that you really don't need, but you're developing a want and you're converting it into a need. So here the question is, if you can do things that are not required at all, then you're attaching yourself to the sense objects of life. And this is something that Krishna says will cause bondage. And as I have mentioned throughout this Bhagavad Gita series, our entire lives goes in a circular form. But the question that Bhagavad Gita asks is, how can anything that is circular have a finish? Which is true, right? Do you guys have an answer for that? How can anything that goes in circle have a finish? Today you have another want, tomorrow another, and so on and on. So these things do not have a finish at all, as they're going to keep going and going just as the earth revolves around the sun. So what we need to do is come out of this circle so that the circle can rotate as it is. The circle is not going to stop rotating, just like how our desires are not going to stop asking us, or rather entice or tempt us into buying more. But we can choose to avoid that. We can choose to refrain from that by using the sense organs for our survival and need, and not for our greed and wants. Now that is the central theme of this particular verse in the Bhagavad Gita. That is what Krishna says to Arjuna in so many ways. When you're fighting a battle, you have to use all your 5 organs for your need of fighting a battle, but not for your want of saying that there are a lot of sympathies involved, that my family is fighting on the other side, and so much drama added. Because when your wants are collapsed with your needs, there arises something known as dramatic influence in your life, which is again designed much like the credit system, slowly day by day ruining you by giving you an early ounce of pleasure. So in order to step out of that circle, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the first step that we need to do is just free our mind. And if we do that, it will always lead the way. That's a wrap of this particular episode, and as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until the next episode, it is goodbye.